guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How are you all doing today? I hope you are having an amazing day. Me, not so much, but that's all right. Okay, because we still here. All right. Before we begin, please don't forget to like this video. Like it now because you already know you're going to forget to like it later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Okay. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow. Please subscribe. Sorry, I'm a little late today. I was not having a good morning and I had to pull it together. Okay. So, but we here. All right. Like I said before we begin, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Where else was I about to go? Here we go. Yeah, don't forget to follow me on my IG where I post the pretty pictures, my Blue Sky account, my TikTok account, and don't forget to go to our website jovibeauty.com where you could get one of our cute scarves, bonnets. You know, we have mugs, sweatshirts. We have a lot of cute items. So go to jovibeauty.com today. Last but certainly not least, do not forget you can always do what? Donate to the channel. The information is going across the screen below. I would have sang that better, but I would have hacked up some shit. So we ain't gonna do that. Okay, we ain't gonna do that. All right, let me get some of this water. You know, y'all know I'm still fighting whatever the frick it is, but I'm here, okay? So y'all, it's so much stuff happening. Hello, guys. Hello, how are you? I look like shit, but thank you. Yeah, I put curlers in it last night. I was like, let me. So thank you, but I look like shit. But I appreciate you though. I appreciate y'all though. I look like, but that's why I had to go shower and get myself together because I feel like shit. I look like shit. But we here though, okay? Listen, hey Kai, how are you? Hey Kristen, how are you? Thank y'all so much for the compliments, but you know, I'm struggling. So we have a couple of topics I want to get into today, okay? We kind of spoke on it yesterday. I'm going to touch more into the tariffs today because baby, baby, please. I don't know what the fuck is going on, okay? But we're gonna get into the tariffs. We're gonna get into Kamala Harris. She had a speech yesterday, and I want to get into it because if Kamala don't represent every last one of us, okay, I don't know who else does at this point. Between Kamala and Jasmine Crockett, like, what you want, okay? And last but certainly not least, matter of fact, it's gonna be first. I want to talk about Russell Brand. Russell Brand been charged, y'all. So we're gonna get into that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna, you know, they love being difficult. I'm gonna pull up an article where we get into Russell Brand. Now we know, I don't know if you know, but we have known for a little while that Russell Brand is, you know, the MAGAs love him. What is it with the MAGAs and these men who do this sort of thing, who be taking it from people, whether it's man, woman, or child? What is with them and their obsession with this, right? I don't, well, I guess I do, but we ain't getting into that today. I'm too tired to go on some fucking rant. Can you please? All right. So I've got this article from, it's called Deadline. I think it's in the UK. I'm not sure. So Russell Brand, matter of fact, let me pull up the picture so y'all can see. I hope everyone is having a great day. I'll get into that in a second, girl. Screen. Let's get into this. Okay, so if you don't know, Russell Brand, he's like a comedian, an actor, and apparently a perv. Okay, so I'm going to read this article. I just put it up quickly so y'all could see who I'm talking about, but I don't like reading an article while it's on screen. It's too much. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up. I have it. Hold on. All right. It says Russell Brand have been charged with the R word. Indecent assault. I didn't know assault could be decent, but okay. Indecent assault and essay by London Metro Police, with the comedian and TV host saying he is incredibly grateful to be able to defend himself, to defend the charges in court. The police said this afternoon that Brand have been charged with 1 count of R word, 1 count of indecent assault, 1 count of, 1 count of oral R word, and 2 counts of SA after detectives started investigating 18 months back. Now, people have been talking about this man for a very long time. And you know, when smoke, it is more than likely fire. Okay. It starts with little whispers. It starts with accusations and innuendos. But a lot of the times, especially when it comes to essay, those accusations be spot the fuck on. Okay. There's very few times that I can't even think of a time where accusations of SA on, that have been prolonged like this have not been 100% spot on. Okay. What they gonna say this time? They lying on the man. He ain't the black man. So I guess I don't know. Anyway, so they started investigation 18 months ago. The investigations were sparked by allegations reported by Channel 4 and the Sunday Times. Hello. The charges related to 4 separate women. It has been alleged that Brand R-worded a woman in Bournemouth. This is in the UK. Don't judge me. In 99, indecently assaulted a woman in 2001 in Westminster, orally raped and assaulted a woman in Westminster in 2004, my bad, not 24. And between 2004 and 2005, he essayed a woman also in Westminster. Now, okay, so I don't know anything. Okay, there's more. Before I continue the article, I'm going to say I don't know too much about European laws, but for whatever reason, I just feel like, how there's a statute of limitation here against SA and R crimes, and a lot of crimes, really, there's statute of limitations. The only ones who really don't have a statute of limitations is like taking people out of here, right? But for most other crimes, there's a limit of time until they can press charges. So we're reading that one of these was in 99, 2 were in 04, I believe they said, and 1 was like in 01. And I feel like that maybe he only got charged with 1 count of R word and 1 count of whatever, because those were the most recent ones, and it isn't too old enough. Isn't too old, or they probably found someone new, honestly, and it isn't old enough, because I think like the R word here in New York, I think you got like 10 years, if that. It may be like 7. That's why they have these things now where you can sue. That's how the Diddy's got caught up, because now you can actually sue them, because you can't file police reports on that type of assault that happened over like 7 years ago or whatever, right? So okay, let's continue reading. A statement Friday said the police had issued a charge and requisition of the 50-year-old whose residence was listed in South. I don't care where he lives. He lives in England. Okay. The women who have made reports continue to receive support from specially trained officers. Okay. And D, it said D. I don't know. I don't know what this means. Okay. Some cop. Okay. I don't know, lieutenants. I don't know how they do it over there. Okay. The Mets investigation, I think that's the cops, investigations remain open, and detectives ask anyone who has been affected by this case or anyone who has any information to come forward and speak with police. They are going to rack him up. Excuse me. Sorry. So, like Diddy, they found someone close, and now they're out here saying, hey, if you were affected by this man in any which way, come holler at us. And they did what? Apparently, people coming and hollering at them, and now they're done filed charges, and now they're saying, if you know of anything, if you've been involved, if he did it to you, come and let us know. Okay, that's what we get in here. Anyone has information, come forward and speak to the police. A dedicated team investigation. Okay, so they have a whole team dedicated to this. Okay, Brand is down to appear at the magistrate court on May 2nd. He has been working and living in the U.S. full time of late. He's trying to run and hide here in Magaville. Okay, saying recently on his Rumble platform, and of course he got Rumble, I don't live in the UK anymore because I personally have experienced how the media, government, and judiciary is, if you suddenly become an inconvenience, will find ways to attack and shut you down. Brand could now be detained by U.S. police under an international arrest warrant, and the Home Office would have to submit a formal extradition request to Washington on behalf of the CPS to seek his return to Britain to stand trial. We have reached out to the Home Office for comment. Responding on X, Brand said he was never a R-wordist. I have never engaged in non-consensual activity. I pray you can see that by looking in my eyes. When these niggas say, look at my eyes, do I look like a rapist? Look at me. Don't I look all professional? I'm not I said the word, but my bad. Yes, sir. Yes, just saying that alone tells me there's something wrong with you. Okay, look in my eyes. Do I look like an R-wordist? Shut up. He added, I am now, of course, going to have the opportunity to defend these charges in court, and I am incredibly grateful for that. Okay, we're grateful. So they shouldn't have to extradite him, right? If he's so grateful, he should be getting on a plane and heading up out there because he got to prove his freedom, right? Right? Or is he going to try to stay here and hope that Trump don't let him get extradited? What's happening? Oh, okay. Okay. The revolution on Channel 4 and its Sunday Times led to much anger and introspection. Since then, the BBC, Channel 4, and the Big Brother producer, I don't know what the big, but okay, have all led internal probes, having worked with Brand on shows up until late last decade. It says late last decade. Okay, all these probes have led to apologies and further revelations. And most recent reports from the BBC found that staff at the UK broadcaster's LA bureau had joked about an incident in which the star was alleged to be exposing himself to a woman in a bathroom. How was y'all that? It was the men's laughing. It was funny. He showed her his I guess. Channel 4 report published almost exactly a year ago unearthed two new worrying allegations against Brand, who had worked on Celebrity Bake Off as recent in 2018. Let me find out he was working on these shows and trying to harass these women, talking about, you want to win Celebrity Bake Off? What you gonna do for me? Let me find out. Okay, so now they got two from 2018. They got something from 2018. That's probably what he got charged with. Okay, they are going and they're gonna find it. Brand, who is also accused in a lawsuit. This is when I say, like, and I say this all the time, and I be meaning it. Like, you know how they be wanting to put all these men in charge right now? It's, but like men in charge for whatever. Like, I don't see how or why they're supposed to be so rational, but I don't think so, because a lot of the times when men are in charge, they're thinking with their bottom heads. Okay, they think with their bottom heads, and they don't. And a lot of times they don't care, and they they could hardly figure out how to wash a dish or work a dishwasher. But you're going to tell me that you're going to put them in charge of things has always been mind blowing. Okay. They lose their minds if they're left home for a day, but you want to put them in charge of celebrity bake-offs and people's lives and careers and shit. Okay. I'm feeling like I'm about to right now, because they put a fool who done carried a bear into fucking I was about to say Prospect Park, Central Park, okay, in charge. Bunch of idiots. Okay, I said what I said. I saying what I'm saying. Brand was also accused in a lawsuit of essaying a film extra in New York, on a New York City set of a 2001 romantic comedy, Arthur. I don't think I ever watched Arthur, but okay. From the mid 2000s onward, Brands was first a big UK star on the stand-up comedy circuit and on numerous TV shows, and then cracked America, appearing in movies such as Get 'Em to the Greek, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and then hosting a show on MSNBC. Prior to the Channel 4 Sunday Times allegations, Brand slipped out of mainstream views, but started amassing huge following from right-wing fans, first on YouTube and then on his Rumble platform, on which he has 1.4 million followers. He has been seen several times of late at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort and has spoken frequently to his affinity for Trump. So basically, he is not going to get extradited. That's all I heard. That's what I heard. What did y'all hear? He is not going to get extradited, just like Trump brought the Tates back here. They love R-worders. I said what I said. They love it. And I guess, okay, I guess. I'm gonna say I guess because the people they want to R-word, thank God, don't look like us. So I guess the people, the women's who they are more likely to do things like that to, they voted to put a R-word in a seat to allow this shit to happen. So I guess they okay with it. This might be what they're voted for. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe they wanted him to be free and they wanted Tate to continue to do what Tate was doing. Maybe they was trying to get their daughters to Tate. I don't know. Remember, we was saying black people were giving their children to R. Kelly. Maybe these people was doing all of that because, they wanted to give their firstborn child to the Tate brothers or some shit. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure. But he got charged in the UK. I don't know if they probably gonna go through the trial or whatever. When they catch him, they gonna catch him. I don't believe he's gonna be extradited. All of this shit is bullshit. Like I said, if he was feeling all of that, he would have went there and defended himself. He's a freaking liar. And our worders like to stick together. Okay, it is what it is. I don't know what you want me to say. Okay, we're going to go on to our next topic of the day. But before we go on to the next topic, I need a bit of water. I need a bit of water before I die. So I'm going to drop this commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get into... Y'all, we found her. That girl that was in Dubai thinking she was Lil' Kim. I fucks with it. I just think this shit is so funny. Let's drop this commercial break and then we'll get into, what's her name? Onijah. We'll get into Onijah Robinson when we get back. Welcome back to Jovi's Beauty School, where we now have 5, count it guys, 5 new scarf designs that we just got. Hey guys, don't forget to go to my website, jovibeauty.com, where our items are not only sourced and procured with you in mind, but also with what's going to be dope this upcoming season. All right. So go to my website, jovibeauty.com, get you a new scarf, get you a new mug, get you something cute, and support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Okay, guys, how are y'all doing? Okay, so look, our girl is back in New York City, and let's just hear what was going on. Okay, so if you don't know, we'll get into it in a second. But if you don't know, our girl found her a little boyfriend. Okay, she found her little PYT in Pakistan. She found her a PYT. Okay, he was like 19. All right, they agreed on this marriage or whatever. He probably wanted to come to America. You know, it happens, listen, it happens. They willing to give her some bread. She willing. Listen, people get married and be in debt. I am not against her saying, oh, okay, you want to get married to me? You know, you want to come to America? We want to get married. I don't know why you want to come to America right now, but okay. But you want to get married? You want to come to America? I need some money and I need this land. So she went over there. They were supposed to give her this money and some land, and the parents saw her and was like, no, I don't want my son marrying this older woman. And she was like, well, I'm not leaving until y'all give me my money and my land. Real shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Real shit. You want your son, listen, this is not a new thing. Okay, again, we are in the middle of deport season, so I'm not gonna get too into people's business, but this ain't a new thing. This ain't a new thing. Okay, I know a lot of people who married people from other places and got a bag. Okay, because like, yep, people get married here and these niggas drag you into debt. At least get married, and you get a couple tens, a couple 10,000s, get some bread. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, let's pull it up. Let's pull it back up. They should have, honestly, if you wanted your son to come to America so bad, because this is not a new thing, they should have just married her, let her bring him here. He probably would have been deported in El Salvador in prison right now, but maybe that was for the best that they didn't get married, because he would have ended up being in a prison. But on the regular circumstances, right? Child, it happens all the time here in New York City. I don't know about where y'all from, but it happens all the time here in New York City. Okay, people be murdered and bagged up. You be like, how does this all of a sudden she got this car, she got this, she got this, that, she got married to an African or to a Pakistani, and then the Pakistani come here and open a corner store. Peep game. Okay, listen. Anyway, let's pull it up. So here she goes. She's back. You look at her. She got her some money, y'all. She got her some money, and I ain't mad at it, girl. I don't know where she from. I don't know what borough she from, but she give me Harlem. I may be wrong. She give me Harlem. We'll see where she's from, though. You better pop out. Onijah Robinson. We thought that she got locked up in Dubai. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought she got locked up in Dubai, but maybe she found another taker in Dubai. Listen, this shit happens. This shit happens. So I'm telling you, this shit happens. Okay. She went viral for her experience in Pakistan, has made an appearance and revealed that she is now married. Okay. She married some Arab man. Okay. And that man banked her out, okay? And now she good. If you recall, Robinson reportedly traveled to Pakistan to meet her 19-year-old man she met online. After the teen ghosted her, she found herself, the teen was stupid. Can I say the teen was stupid? Because the whole goal was for him to come to America. None of that shit should have mattered. But okay. Then the teen ghosted her. She found herself stranded in the country and made big demands for her inconvenience. Shout out. I love this. This is like when Mariah Carey was like, and sued that nigga for wasting her time. I love this for her. Okay. I love this for her. I love this for any one of you. Listen, Linda. Get yours any way you can. Don't be out here struggling with Tyrone where you can go marry Muhammad. I'm serious, but I'm playing. Because I'm playing. But I'm serious, but I'm playing, okay? You gonna marry Muhammad. Muhammad give you $100,000. Do your kid and Muhammad, whatever Muhammad, he opening a store, closing a store, bringing his second wife. It don't matter. Because now you got 100. Then maybe every year he give you about 50,000. Why y'all don't be wanting to marry niggas for green cards again? I forgot. Why y'all be mad at the Africans again, or the girls who married Africans? Why y'all be thinking that the Africans and the be getting over when they banking people out, women and men? So don't think it's just women. I know a man who did it. He's related to me. And he got banked out to marry a girl, and they divorced now. But listen. Anyway, let's continue hearing what she got to say. Oh, we see Nika Knight comment. Nika Knight says she looks like money, honey. 20K or more deposited. More than that, baby. More than that. You hear me? I'm from New York. More than that. And then there's deposits along the way. More than that. I'm telling you. Okay. All right. Recently. Okay. So let's hear now what Onijah has to say. Onijah, I don't know, child.
I didn't go to jail. I was just stuck in Dubai. It was a situation that happened in Dubai that I couldn't get over at the time, and that was it.
How long were you there for?
I was there for a month.
Wow.
Okay, so she wasn't in jail in Dubai. She probably went there to meet another one. And y'all saw, wait a minute, have y'all seen y'all president yesterday showing that fake gold card that he's selling to $5 million for people to come here? See, Trump came from New York. He's a New Yorker. He know how this shit work. One, they ain't got to pay $5 million. All they got to do is find them a nice lady who gonna take this 100,000, this 200,000 over the course of 5 to 7 years and just be good. But okay, she was like, I'm gonna find me a husband with some coins.
After Pakistan.
Yes, I was.
That is so crazy. So then how did you end up getting out? Like, did you get in touch with like the embassy or?
Actually, I'll keep all that private and tell you guys that later.
Okay, so I want to ask this.
Are you? How she gonna write a book, or she gonna come out with or she gonna be on oh my, what's that show, y'all? Where they get married to people in another country? She gonna be on that bitch.
Yes, I am. My husband, he lives in Pakistan.
My husband lives in Pakistan.
Man, I love you, baby. We are together. We want to clear up.
Is this a different guy?
No, this is one guy. This is my husband.
So you met someone else?
No, this is my husband, Nidel Hamid. His last name Mustang is his mother's last name.
Wait, so how did you meet this guy? While we were out here?
No, we met actually.
Did you end up going to
actually on a romantic date? We had we met through the internet, basically.
Right. But is he in Pakistan?
Yes, he is.
No. So have you, okay, so when do you plan on going back?
We're going to discuss that, but right now we all staying in New York soon. So it's real big. It's real big.
So we have to meet him. Wait. So we got to ask you, okay, really quickly. So you were asking for your money and your land. We got to ask you, did you get the money? Did you get the land?
Listen, they going to get that land.
She said they going to get that land. You know what that means? She got that money. She said they going to get that land, which means she got that money, honey.
And they going to get that 20K, that 50K out.
I love that.
Well, that's it.
Because I know,
that's why the Pakistani people. That's why the government, people was like, but why the government would pay? Because they know how this shit go. Bitch, I got Pakistanis on every corner. I know how this go. If you been here long enough, you a New Yorker, you know how this shit go. That's why all the corner store dudes have half black babies. Okay?
Online saying that, so did anyone give that to you? Were you able to raise anything?
Well, they was gonna give me the 100K every week, but I left. So we're gonna see what they're gonna work on while I'm not there. I do have chips that have my face on it in Pakistan. I love you guys.
In real life?
In real life.
She got chips. She said they were gonna give her 100 stacks a week. This is promotion. This is promotion. Let's see the next black girl that go over to Pakistan and go grab her Hamad for 200 stacks. Okay? Y'all fucking around with Tyrones and shit. Yo.
I'm actually on a romantic date. Shout out to everybody. Respect for the law, respect for the law, respect to the law, respect for the law, respect for the law, respect to the law.
Wait, so really fast. Okay, wait. So there was a guy that you showed, and he was kind of bothering you, and you had a cigarette. You said, "I'll burn your face." What happened? Because the people were kind of taking
that was my driver.
Ah.
You know, it was paparazzis all around me. I wanted to go home. He wasn't listening. So I was just playing with him. It was just a joke. It wasn't nothing that serious.
That is somebody. Okay, wait. So have any celebrities reached out to you? Have celebrity in your DM asking you?
Well, I have to ask my manager about who's been reaching out to me, period.
Okay, yeah, because
I got manager.
Can I get one last shot right here?
Yes,
Can we see a movie
Drop
on
the
your
phone.
life?
She said.
Can we see a movie on your life? Any context that you want to?
Shout out to everybody.
I knew her
Respect
ass.
for the law,
Okay,
respect
this
for
is
the law,
like
respect for the law,
Times
respect-
Square. That is not, y'all know Brooklyn Chop House is my favorite restaurant. That is not the one in the by Lower Manhattan by the stock market. That's 42nd Street. Okay. She said, where is she, child? Listen, she came back, found foundation that
This city will be reconstructed. It will be fixed up right away. I'm asking the government for 100K in my pockets so I can do real estate. My husband will own it in Karachi. We will not live here, but we will get this job done right away. I'm asking for 20K right away in my pockets at the end of this week. That's all, folks, for today.
Yeah. Y'all, that is a feel-good story. Y'all, let me look at these comments. That is a feel-good story for the day. That is a true feel-good story. What have we learned? That you are valuable. We were speaking about this yesterday. Listen, I'm so fucking sick. I don't even remember what we was talking about yesterday, but I feel like we talk about this shit every day. What the hell was it? Hold on. Let me click on it. Yes, we was talking about Aisha and Anthony Howard. Side note, did y'all see that he almost twisted his ankle yesterday? I woke up to that news. Do you see how that karma come for that ass? Career over. Bam. That was, in my opinion. I don't know. He was playing. And that ankle, he wasn't even playing. Like actually on the field. I believe he was on the walkout. And if that ain't some, I don't know what the fuck is. Anyway, yes, I started cracking open my water. I literally, I told you I was sick. Well, we drugged that fucking extra thing of water out, y'all. I still got like seven more things of water, so it's cool. But she won. She winning. I'm not mad at her. Yeah, let him go ahead. His family run. They gonna pay like they weigh. Okay. They do that in other cultures. Okay. Yeah, that's her dowry. And yeah. And he's paying for the privilege to come here. Trump doing it. Why can't she? Right? Trump doing it. Why can't she? Okay. That's why I be telling y'all, don't be talking shit like, oh, they married you for the papers, bitch, and I hope you got a bag, whether it's love or not. Hope you got the bag because they got the bag and they willing to spend the bag. And if you see the government willing to give the bag, if it is worth it. Okay. Let's look at some of these comments. That was funny. She said this isn't even his first time being accused. Yeah, he's like 25 years at this point. 30, my bad. It's 2005. The first one was 99. That's 30 years ago. Oh my God, that's 30 years ago. I feel so fucking old. But okay. Yes, he was married to Katie and she got rid of him real fast. If you what he said? He said if you read CPS, they have been instructed to file charges. It's equivalent to the DA in the US. Okay, yeah. I was trying to figure out, but I was reading a European paper and I know there's different meanings for certain words, different, hey Bree, how are you? How are you? Crown Prosecution Services. Okay. Because when you say CPS to me, I'm thinking of Child Protective Services. Thank you so much, ATR, for letting me know. Okay, for letting us know. She said, I love the queen. I love it for her. Listen, people be out here, and I be telling y'all, and Aisha tore y'all asses up yesterday, but you I don't see none of the girls that have the babies with the corner store dude struggling. None of the black girls. I don't know how they Arab wives be living. But even from back in the day when I was a teenager, and looking like, what the fuck is happening here in the back of Tony? Who's that? Them bitches is okay. Okay, so she's from New York. She know how this shit go. They be okay. They be all right. Okay, they be all right. So it is what it is. They be all right for at least that for 7 until they get the papers and then they get that divorce. But even that, they be all right. Okay. Listen. Hey, Summer, baby. How are you? She said, Dubai said we don't want no parts of it because she wants to, because it's not like she there. She know what the fuck she doing. It's not like she there trying to break laws and shit. She's trying to get a man. She's trying to marry one of y'all sons, okay? And bring his ass over here, okay? Yes. Thank you, Kayla. 90 Day. You know what I don't like about 90 Day Fiance? Half of them be dumb as hell. Half of them be dumb as hell because you, like I said, you could get it. You could get it. And they really be the men I get because, but the desperation. They just, but like they would really pay you. Like for real. Like they take out loans and shit. They go to the government for money if like they would pay you. And you out here bringing whoever for fucking shits and giggles to have him playing in your face in your 1-bedroom apartment. No mine. No mas, not me. Anyway, that was funny. And you know what? I wanted to get a little jokes, a little funny, a little before. Oh, here we go, y'all. Hold on, just one more. I got one more before we get into the foolishness of Orangina. Okay. I just told y'all about it. Was he playing? He might have been. Hold on.
Alexander Walker finds DiVincenzo. Randall on the floor. Can't get back on the scoreboard. Offensive rebound.
Hold on. We gonna silence it because I don't want to get hit by the NBA, y'all. Oh, he went down. Hold up. He went down right there. As soon as I silenced it, in the corner. He was just standing there. He was just, hold up. One more time. We gonna enlarge this shit. I'm laughing and I don't care. That's interesting and that's funny. Okay, so yeah, that happened. If that ain't I don't know what the fuck is. So let's move on to y'all. So as you know, yesterday. Yeah, yes. I don't know what day. Yesterday, the day before yesterday. I really have not been trying to pay too much attention to this fool because it's just, whatever. He put in these tariffs. He came out with a big board, like a low count fucking game show host that he probably should be. Honestly, if all of this shit didn't happen, this motherfucker would have probably tried to be a game show host for some foolishness, okay? Where he probably should have stayed, but okay, we here. He came out with a big board showing all the tariffs he putting on everybody, damn near every country in the world, okay? He could, I don't know how he figured out the tariffs. He got China for like 34% tariffs. Canada, he even tariffs an island that by the Antarctica that only has penguins, my bad, not pigeons, I'm from New York, sorry, that only have pigeons. Yeah, that's what's happening. I hope y'all were stacking up on the food and the supplies like we've been speaking of for the last 2-3 months. Like I said, I got a bunch of waters, I got a bunch of food prepared. We don't know how long this is gonna last. I'm assuming he ain't gonna be here for too much longer, but just in case he is, yeah. So let's get out of Russ's Brussels brand. And let's get into, okay, what else? So Denmark, okay, because now he is actually so the tariffs, okay, cool. And then he basically waged war with Denmark, with Greenland. No, Denmark is Greenland, and with Canada, okay? If you don't comprehend what's happening, it's he's basically claiming war. It'll be fine because I don't believe that our troops are going to troop over to Canada, okay? I don't believe it, okay? I don't believe it. On a regular day, I don't believe it. Him destroying the VA and telling the troops basically to go F themselves, I don't believe the troops are going to do anything but maybe possibly storm DC. I don't believe they're gonna go storm Greenland or Canada. They ain't doing none of that shit. Okay, I don't believe it. All right, so I'm not worried about that, but it is an act of war. Yeah, not even just because it's not the tariffs. It's basically trying to just say, oh, I'm taking your country. That's an act of war. Where have we been? Okay, I find it interesting. Oh, and apparently some soldiers passed from let's do one thing at a time. So Denmark rejects the US claim for Greenland. Okay, I'm not going to get into what they said because we know what they said. Okay, that's kind of what they said. All right, but besides that, there was also some soldiers that died in hold on. They passed in, I'm about to tell you where. It doesn't matter where. They died in another country during a situation, and normally the president is there to greet them. He did not greet them. They flew in, their bodies were flown, 4 of them. They flew into DC yesterday, and he was at Mar-a-Lago hosting a golf tournament. Okay, he was in Mar-a-Lago hosting a golf tournament when these soldiers, their bodies were brought back home. And it leads me to ask a question. These soldiers that lost their lives, because of I want to know why they lost their lives. Can we be for real? Let's not act like these people aren't on signal giving war plans. I wonder if their war plans got baby, I can't even think right now. If their war plans got incepted by the country or other countries, because you know you can always break into people's phones and shit. Apparently they're sending information through Gmail. The last time I heard, Gmail was getting Gmail passwords and all that shit been getting exposed for years. So I'm thinking, my personal opinion, I don't know, tell me what y'all think, if maybe these people or and I think it's going to be an uptake in military people who getting taken out of here because plans have been exposed to everybody. Because again, you put not we, not y'all, put idiots in charge of things that really matter. Like we spoke yesterday about, you know, everybody I feel like I'm about to die. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Well, let me not say that. Knock on wood. We don't want nothing to happen to me, child. But when they fire everybody who has any sort of common sense, you know, the people who work 2 or 3 times as hard to get in those positions, and leave it to the people who just are in those positions or just got wherever they were because of the color of their skin, and they probably didn't even pay attention in school. They were probably in a frat. They were probably, drunk every night. They probably had their girlfriends doing their work, and nobody questioned it. So now that they're in real world scenarios, like at the FAA or wherever they are, they're just not fucking qualified. Let's call a spade a spade. When Vivek called people mediocre, that was the realest shit ever. Okay, I don't fuck with him, but even a broken clock can be right twice a day. Okay, when he said the mediocrity of it all, he meant it. Okay, and we're seeing the mediocrity of it all play out. Okay, that's why we all sick. That's why the stock market is falling. That's why the world about to go to, well, not the world, the U.S. is about to go to fall to an end. Everybody else in the world is creating these trade partnerships amongst themselves, and they're going to be winning. And it's okay. Again, like I previously said, I hope y'all stacked up on y'all stuff. Continue to stack up on your stuff. We don't know what is going to happen, but it's happening. Okay. And I don't understand. The point is to crash this bitch. If you haven't figured that out. Okay. So unless these people go do what they got to do and get him up out of here, this shit is going to crash. Okay. That is the point. That is the goal. That is the game plan. Okay. Yeah. What else is going on with the politics? What else is going on with the politics? He put 35% tariffs on China. And they've been sending them planes to El Salvador. Okay. Did y'all hear about the girl that goes to NYU? I think she goes to NYU. I'm not sure, child. She might be in one of not his basic ass. But here in New York, the ICE people ran up in her dorm room, y'all. Have y'all heard about Colombia? Oh my God, let's have a whole discussion about Colombia. The ICE people here in New York ran up in the girl's dorm room. Her little Caucasian roommates recorded it. The girl had enough sense to skedaddle her ass to Canada. Okay, you think if they coming to get you, don't let them take you. Skedaddle your ass to Canada or Mexico. I don't know what part of the border you close at. Skedaddle your ass and let them know they about to try to take you to El Salvador. Okay, I'm just saying. I'd rather go to Canada and fly home from Canada if I wasn't from here than have to be sent to fucking El Salvadorian prison. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, you don't want to go to El Salvadorian prison. All right. So they ran up in her dorm room. Okay. Y'all know I am the crazy mom. Listen to the crazy mom. Y'all, when I tell y'all, these kids, Columbia is about to be fucked. Columbia is fucked. Columbia, let me tell you how fucked Columbia is right now. We're going on a tour of Columbia just because it's in New York, okay? And it's easy. We're going to tour Columbia in like 2 weeks or something like that. We're touring a couple schools, right? You start off the college tours, right? Well, we already started, but more college tours. We're going to Columbia. Columbia has been harassing the shit out of me and my daughter. Ever since we signed up for the tour, and I've signed up for a lot of schools. Yale, a lot of schools we'll be going to in the next 2 or 3 months, okay? Columbia has been emailing the fuck out of us, harassing the fuck out of us. It got so bad that they emailed yesterday and was like, if you don't like to eat, they emailing me and my daughter, both email addresses. And they emailed me and basically like, if you want us to take you off, because they're probably doing this to other parents. And the other parents are like, why the fuck are y'all emailing us this? Like, they know they fucked up. Let me tell you what's going on here in New York. Y'all know we got the private schools here. Yeah, we got the boarding schools upstate and the boarding, all over. But we got our private schools here in New York. We got our specialized schools here in New York, right? So we got a lot of feeder schools to Ivy and shit. My daughter, her school, she's only in 10th grade, but her school, they got their little they released where they're going. Okay, we got a couple Ivies, we got we don't have a Harvard, we got like 2 Yales, 3 Princetons, UPenns. Mind you, she goes to a small school, so it's only like 100 people in each graduating class. They ranked out. Okay, a couple of them is going to Canada, a couple of them is going to Scotland. Okay, a couple of them, like, they're all over. We got Vanderbilt, we got some Dukes, we got like U Chicago, we got like one Stanford kid. We got a lot of shit, right? Y'all, there is not one fucking kid going to Columbia. And we're in New York City. There is not one fucking. And then we went to check because there's a page for the graduation year. We went to check the last couple of years. We're in New York City. Of course, our kids I'm assuming they got priority to them, and they're just going to say, well, we got New York City kids. Let's try to keep them at our Ivy, There have been 3 to 4 kids every year who took that Columbia offer. Not this year. When I tell you, it's people amongst the parent shit, in New York. People are trying to, because if y'all educated, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you go for restrictive early action and stuff like that, right? People did restrictive early action, these kids, back in October, got into Columbia, and now are trying to figure out how the fuck to get out. Literally are working on ways, already working on transfers as soon as they hit there to get the hell up out of there, okay? That's how bad it is. Kids, and y'all know I talk hella shit about NYU. No shade. NYU is a great school. I'm not sitting here, but up until like 2 weeks ago, what was I saying? You don't go, if you one of them big, money parents in New York City, NYU is the equivalent of my kid couldn't get in anywhere else, right? NYU topped Columbia this year. Kids are rejecting Ivy League Columbia, okay? There's the parents, New York City high school parents. Kids are rejecting Columbia to go to NYU and fucking Fordham. Fordham is a good school. Don't get me wrong. But Fordham ain't Ivy League. NYU is NYU. The fuck. But NYU is not Ivy League. Do you comprehend? Like, these kids have been plotting on Ivy League spots since they were in fucking kindergarten. Okay? And they got it. And now they are desperate to get the fuck up out of Columbia. It's big news here in New York. It's big news here in New York amongst the boards and the PTAs and the people. It's big news. Colombia is, I doubt they're going to hit because they accept, I don't know how much people they accept. Let's say they accept like 500 people each semester. I don't know. They're not going to reach that. It's going to be an article come out in September. I already know when schools start or whatever, they have not reached their fucking threshold. They're going to be trying to get these waitlist kids, and these waitlist kids are going to be like, get somebody else to do it. It's crazy. It's bananas. They literally have ICE running up in dorm rooms. Do you comprehend that? You can't even run up in our New York City public schools. These niggas is locked out the door. We don't play them games here. They can't come in. Okay? You can't come in. Don't ask the principal, the teachers, the guards. Don't ask them nothing. We here. But they running and they running up in fucking Columbia dorms, scaring the other little white girls who are the roommates, and they recording like, what the fuck is happening, y'all? So that's happening. Vietnam proposed zero tariffs with Trump trying to kiss their ass. Listen, I don't care what Vietnam do. I already told y'all, if y'all know anything, if you've ever paid attention in history class, you know that all the Asians are riding together. Okay? If you did not know, I'm telling you, stop screen. I'm telling you from now, the Asian countries are riding together. And whatever the fuck Vietnam is doing, okay, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you. It's a setup. It's a plot. It's a plan. All the Asians are doing this. I've said this so many times. I've said this on here. I've said this in my life. I don't understand why y'all think that Asians, after everything we have done, not we, but this country per se, have done, is playing with y'all. The Asians said, leave us alone, and they refused to. So the Asians said, oh, y'all want to play capitalism? Let's play it. And then they came and drop kicking everybody, okay? With a real nice grin on their face, okay? And I love it for them. And I'm going to tell you why I love it for them. Because they know that Trump and whatever thinks that they're stupid. Well, they know Asians ain't stupid, but that they can get over on them. And they are going to get over on him. You think that 34% tariff is going to mean something when China sends the merchandise to Taiwan and Taiwan ships the merchandise to America for no tariffs? Watch this shit go to shit. And I love it for them. Like I said, they'll figure it out. They'll storm that building, and then they'll, in Florida, and they'll do some shaking up, and they'll figure it out. But until then, yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. They got these people in El Salvador prisons, and they're criminals. I don't think so. I don't even think about 25% of those people are criminals. These are just random people they done plucked from the street, and it's real fucked up and it's real sad. El Salvador prisons is insane. Okay, they're insane. And ain't nobody deserves that. Fuck, the El Salvadorians don't deserve that, but I guess. What else? The screen is huge. Okay, let me put it back. I think that's kind of it. Hold on, let me look and see if there's any more foolishness. China's just like, China's like, China's like, we'll see about that. I love it. Anyway, I'm about to drop the link in case anybody want to come up. I didn't do that yet. Did I do that yet? I don't remember. Okay, I don't remember. But I'm going to drop the link. We're going to chill for a little bit. Please don't forget to like this video, like it now, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on my other social media platforms. Don't forget, you can always do what? Donate to the channel. My Cash App, Super Chat, PayPal, my Zelle, all that shit is going across the bottom of the screen. Please support your girl if you can. It's appreciated, you know? Or you can always go to our website, jovibeauty.com, to get you one of our dope ass pieces of merch. I'm going to drop our commercial again. And when I get back, we're going to jump into the comment section and back into the comment section and bring up anybody else who clicks the link. Okay. We'll be back in a minute. Hey guys, don't forget to go to my website, jovibeauty.com, where our items are not only sourced and procured with you in mind, but also with what's going to be dope this upcoming season. All right. So go to my website, jovibeauty.com, get you a new scarf, get you a new mug, get you something cute, and support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Okay, so we're back. Hello, guys. Oh, we got our first caller. I didn't even see. Hey, Jamie.
Hey, y'all. Can you hear me pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Excuse me. So I just want to urge everyone to get their survival buckets together. And
Mm-hmm.
what survival, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Oh, yo, get that shirt in a V-neck. But I just thought about that again. The survival buckets, non-perishable items, in their 5-gallon buckets. You want to get the top that has the seal on it, not just the regular top, but the top that has the seal on it. But all non-perishable items. I went to the Dollar Tree and just collected stuff. And then I put whey protein powder in there. Yeah, I put it in the gallon bags with the scoop. So that'll get you through, it has a lot of calories and that'll get you through. If you hours.
That's a good
Get you, through that. Make sure you get those and put in your buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Those emergency blankets and lighters. Those what you call it, lighters. Those big ones with that swivel. That have the. You know what I'm talking about. The long ones.
The long ones. I know what you
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the last thing I was gonna say? Just I can't think of the last thing that I was gonna say I have 2 buckets ready, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna drive it one down. I'm gonna collect that and drive one down to my son's college.
Okay.
So he'll have one there. Because if they're preparing in Europe and in all of Europe, and I don't know about Eastern Europe, but if they're preparing in Europe and they're preparing in Canada, I think we should prepare here.
Yeah.
The US are the bad guys now.
We're the bad guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all in the chat realize that we're the bad guys now. Yeah. We're part of the axis of evil.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
Oh
my God.
We are.
We are.
So it's just like, we can't do it. And if they actually get the petition for the third term, because they're saying, well, he wasn't president. Y'all know who I mean by he. That man wasn't president for a consecutive term.
Yeah,
So they're trying to. Mhm. So if we, I'm just, Lord have mercy.
You can't even say it. It's just so much.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's crazy times. Lord have mercy. It's crazy times. No, I can't believe that I'm putting emergency buckets together. Good Lord. And then I have my, I've got my, I kept my kids, their, not stroller, the red wagon. You know what I'm talking about? The red wagon?
Wagons, yeah.
Yeah, that red wagon, just in case. But I don't plan on leaving this house. Because I have all my gardens, all the stuff that I don't plan on leaving this house.
Yeah.
So, but God laughs at things we plan. What is that? However, that saying goes. Anyway. So, all right. I just wanted to get that information. Just get everybody thinking about that.
Yes.
So get your emergency buckets together. And oh, okay, that's enough. Okay, I'm dropping back down.
All right.
All righty.
Bye, JB.
Bye.
Listen, Jamie have not lied. Y'all know we have a video. Somebody put the video in the comments if you can. I've started collecting. We have Amazon, even though Amazon ain't where we trying to purchase the products, you can get it in a day. That's why, or you don't even have to click the link. Find the products and go on their website and purchase it directly from their website, because that's what I did with a couple of items myself. So do that and check out the video that I posted the other day. No, like two, I don't know. Okay, I feel like I've been dead for like a week. I don't know. But the video with my survival items that I've started to put together. Okay, so go check that video out. It might give you some ideas. Like Jamie said, I need to get a bunch of the lighters. I forgot I ain't got no lighters. Well, I do have lighters, but I need, extra lighters. So I'm gonna pull that through. And there's a couple of other things that I have coming. I'm going to show y'all when they get here. I have a filter coming I'm going to show you, but I'll tell you right now because, it's not a fucking secret. I have a filter coming. We have good water here in New York City, New York State for the most part, but I have a filter coming. I have a water bottle coming with a filter. Listen, we are the bad guys, okay? And we have to be prepared for what the fuck is happening, okay? Listen. Anyway, the soldiers won a training mission. They won a training mission. So the soldiers won a training mission, and the mission got exposed, and they lost their lives. I wonder if they were talking about the training mission on Signal or on GChat or some shit. I don't know. She said the colleges are down bad. The colleges are suffering. Like they're literally, I said this yesterday, but like they're literally taking funding. Like research is based in colleges. If you did not know that, especially the Ivies, the Dukes, the Notre Dames, those sort of schools, they do research that like save the world. Okay, numerous times over, and they're cutting their research money. So again, these rich people who get money, which is fine, simultaneously as China increased their schools' research capabilities. It's that bad now, y'all. They have, again, we talking about colleges, and I'm prepping. We only in the 10th grade, but 11th grade is next year, and then we're here, right? So like these Asian schools aren't playing. These Asian schools are coming after our kids. These Asian schools in China and Shanghai and shit, they're coming after our kids too, as they should. Because at least they're around the world. I told you my daughter's school, there's about 5 kids going to Europe. Between, that's not counting it's like a couple of them going to Canada too. It's like 5 kids going to Europe to go to school. Because they recognize, okay, they recognize that who's the best of the best, who's the best. And again, they're not all Black kids, of course, but there's some sort of, I guess, some sort of minority, some sort of alleged DEI for the most part. And they're going overseas because I guess they decided they're gonna take K9. What is it? K18 visa. They're going K18 visa our best too. Because they don't want our best here. They want our kids to be out here so fucked up that all they could do is fucking pluck apples and shit, or fucking pluck oranges in Florida. Did y'all hear that they trying to take away child labor laws in Florida, or they took it away because they want y'all children to be fucking plucking grapes and shit? I hope they sent Becky out there to go pluck them grapes. Y'all Black asses better not. I don't give a fuck how much you struggling, hope. I don't care if your cousin, your sister. I know your Florida people be different. I know that. But don't y'all fucking dare sign y'all kids up for enslavement. Because you know exactly what's happening, okay? I said what I said. Let's continue. She said the colleges have their budget slashed. She said 90% tariffs in Vietnam is crazy. He said they're scared of Trump too, with all the money they have. They don't really need his money. It's the legislature. People just need to, again, stand up and do some shit. Because they, honestly, especially these top schools, Harvard and them, their endowment is insane. Their endowment is insane. The amount of money their alumni donate yearly is insane. So it's really just, like the researching and because again, that's why they are the Ivies. It is not just, we go here and it's just, no, you learn, you are put in positions where you might not be put in a non-Ivy League school or a non-top tier schools. No shade, but listen, y'all know that I already have the college list together. I have deleted so many schools already. I have added so many European schools to our list. That's where we at right now. Unless something happens in the next couple of months that will fix all of this shit, it's a 50-50%. No, it's more like 60-40% chance that my kid is getting the fuck up out of here. Okay. Thank you. Kay is back. Y'all know how Kay is. She started from the beginning and worked her way front. She's talking about Jasmine Crockett. I was sick, Kay. She gonna catch up. All right. So she said Jasmine Crockett does not represent me as a Black woman. Nobody, listen, we are not monoliths. Right. So none of us are the same. Okay. But I think it's funny as hell. I think standing on business, somebody needs to do it. She standing on business. Okay. Yeah, I'm done, y'all. I think I'm done. I want to go take a nap. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I want to take a nap. So I'm gonna go take a nap. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday. My kid is not gonna be here. So I'm gonna come live tomorrow. Okay. I've been going for 2 weeks. So almost 2 weeks. So I'm gonna come live tomorrow. I'm tired. I'm really getting tired now. I think my medicine has it started weighing. It started weighing. You know, I'm starting to feel this shit again. All right. So I appreciate y'all. I'll see if I drop a video later, whatever. We'll see how I feel. But nonetheless, I appreciate you all. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden, because there's no other way to live it. Later, Gator.